Welcome back, Gorginas. Today we will be doing a Q1 review. I feel like I can't remember the first 2 months of the year, so let's dive in. I'm consulting my notes. Okay. Let me talk you through how it's gonna work. The the steps we're gonna take through. First of all, we are gonna go through a timeline of the last 3 months and next 3 months. Then we will be going through goals achieved during the quarter, areas of excellence, areas needing improvement, the media of the quarter. We'll then be taking a 1 minute comfort break if you need it. Then we'll be looking at some stats, current trends, what makes a great quarter, and some future goals. Thank you so much for being here with me. So let's look at the timeline. January to July. January to March was the last 3 months of my current job, which I can now reveal was, well, I guess I did reveal it, but I worked as an assistant at a food pantry, and that basically involved a lot of cleaning and putting payments through for people who were doing their shop and dealing with the public and getting a lot of free food. And what else did I do? I don't know, like, just was like this sweetie of the workplace. I am gonna really miss it. There's a lot of advantages. I'm trying to focus on the negatives because there were a couple. But yeah, it's very exciting to be going into a new job, which you can see here in red. New job starting from April onwards, hopefully for a long time. We'll see. Maybe I'll hate it. And then mid-April, there's a little trip to London with my friends. That's gonna be really exciting. Just a little getaway for a few days. Do I have the money? I don't know, you tell me. And then you can see from January onwards and continuing into Q3 and 4, there's the grind, the slay, the save up, the serve, the live, the laugh, the love. Those are continuous goals that we will be achieving through each quarter of this fiscal year. So, goals achieved. I've been on 2 trips. Did I enjoy both of them? I don't know. I went to Malta with my mum and Ireland with my friends. I have secured a longer term job, which is what I'm going to be starting in April, and very exciting. There's some trips being actioned. There's one that's definitely happening, obviously the one in mid-April. 2 that are still in the planning stages but will hopefully come out of the group chat, as the kids like to say. I've gotten a new tattoo, which I hadn't done since Q3 of last year, maybe even potentially, no, it was Q2 of last year. That's crazy. And then I got 2 silver bracelets, no gangrenous limbs for me, and the biggest one is I got a closure from my ex which I did not think was going to be happening until maybe Q3 of this year, to be honest. I was really like, sure, yeah, I'll just ride this out and be a little bit heartbroken for the rest of my life, and then he released me. And honestly, like, as much as people were like, why is he getting in touch with you, I'm just like so glad that he did, because he has freed me from his grip by being corny. So now, areas of excellence. I mean, they're always improving, but they have improved majorly. Sleep hygiene is a big one. Mama, I've been going to sleep at like 11. I've been getting a solid 8 hours sleep for the past little while, okay, mama? And it feels good. Who knew? That will have to like be restructured a little bit because my new job I will be starting at 8 and it's not work from home. I can't just roll over and get my laptop. Um so I will have to restructure that. So that might be in a deficit in the next quarter. We'll see. And then I was assertive with my ex instead of rolling over and being a little, you know, floor mat. I was assertive. And what did he do? He ghosted. And I was brave. I would say I was brave on a couple of occasions. Could I have been braver? Yes. But that's something to work on. Oh yeah, good work-life balance. That's another big one. That may also change in the coming quarters. We'll see. And I think I produced some pretty cool videos. Maybe you'll disagree. I love my thumbnails. I'm just having fun like collaging, just having a little fun. Yeah, those are the things I'm proud of in this last quarter. It's just like been really weird to try and think of things. Actually, I really struggled to think of these 4 things because I feel like it's just kind of been a blur. January was so long, February was a blink of an eye, and then March again was just kind of like a weird mix of both. So like a regular month basically. So yeah, I don't know. Those are the 4. Um, Needing improvement. Obviously, we can all work on ourselves, me included. I am not excluded from that, even though I am perfect. The areas that definitely need improvement are my gym attendance, which has been piss poor since the start of the year. I think I've been to the gym 5 times in the last 3 months, which is pretty bad. I mean, I was on holiday for a week, and I was also ill at the start of the year. But I've mostly just been lazy. I'm gonna be really real. Hobbies, don't really want to get into that too much. We'll get into that with the media side of things, but yeah, I feel like things have taken a turn. And I managed to crochet one thing for my friend, and I did DIY a jacket. Like I dyed it. But yeah, hobbies is definitely one that I want to work on. Hopefully now that spring is here, I will be able to work on them more. And lastly, my dating life is in fucking shambles. And I don't know what else there is to say. Who do I need to fuck around here to get a kiss? Media of the quarter. Music. I did look at my last FM stats and see like what I'd made my faves of the week, and none of them felt very accurate, so I just went through my likes and saw the ones that I felt were my obsessions of the past quarter. So first of all, we have All Right by Eric S. Very underrated little artist. I think I'm gonna sneeze. No. Next we have Musique No by Milton, which I discovered through a music league. Really cool tune. Then Perfect Celebrity by Lady Gaga. Ow! Lady Gaga heads, well, little monsters, rise up. Pause up. Sorry, but like, I will defend her no matter what she does. She could literally release a fart and I'd be like, yes, Gaga! Whatever. Fun Times by Marie Davidson. Really cool tune. A mix of genres, eclectic, something for the club kid in all of us. And then I've been loving the new Satine album, which was like so unexpected, such a great surprise considering they went on hiatus in 2020 and I never thought they would come back. And I really love the kind of like shoegazy stuff on that album. And I've been really enjoying the Kilo Quiche releases from the past couple of months. Love her cadence, love everything about her. She's cool. And then in movies, I was gonna add TV, but the only TV I've really loved this whole quarter has been Severance season 2, and that's the only thing worth mentioning. Movies, I've watched 43 of this so far this year, which is okay. That's not too bad. If I keep going like this, I'll have watched 4 times 4. Like, I don't know, over 150? Maybe not. Yeah, 170 something. My fave new watches of this quarter have been Nickel Boys, Sexy Beast, which is not a new release, and Waiting for Guffman. Very funny. You should watch it. My notable mentions of the quarter are Carlito's Way, Ball of Fire, which is like a 1930s, 1940s like screwball comedy, really fun, and Drowning Mona, which is like a ensemble cast crazy caper from the 90s, love. And my favourite rewatches so far of this year have been Fargo, which I watched while on holiday, and it just like, I don't know, it's just really good, and you should like never overlook it. And Lars and the Real Girl, which I hadn't seen in many a year. And then for books, I am slipping with my reading. My goal was to do 40. I don't think that's gonna happen, chick. I've read 6 so far. My favourite has been Greta and Valden by Rebecca Riley. Really cool, really fun. Written by a New Zealander, set in New Zealand. I don't know, check it out. And my fave classic that I've been meaning to read for quite some time has been 1984 by George Orwell. I liked it. Should we have a break, guys? Should we have a 1 minute comfort break? Let's do that. I'll see you back here in a minute, okay? Okay, I hope we're all feeling refreshed and that we've had a little bit of reflection so far. Let's move on to some stats. So, this is based on enjoyment in each aspect of life. Work has been at 89% because I feel very valued in the current position I'm in, and I really enjoy my managers. And maybe this will change a lot in Q2, we will see, but definitely the best job I've had in quite some time, probably since, wait, hold on, maybe like ever. My love life is at 28%. I mean, really I could have gone even lower, but I did have a kiss in the year so far, so but yeah, things are bad. Things are bad. I actually just got kicked off Hinge because I pretended to be a robot. And I got reported and got banned. It was funny at the time. 34% for my hobbies. I'm just, I need to make more time for them for sure. And I have like so many plans, but then I just don't do it. And yeah, that's something I need to work on. Even like the expectation of it all, I need to work on, I think, a lot. And then my friendships, I love my friends, and I'm gonna put that at 94% for this quarter. Why isn't that 100? Because they can always improve. So overall life enjoyment this quarter is at 75%. Compared to last year, it is 29% more, which is great. We love to improve. And then current trends. This is just like stuff I've been saying and not being able to stop myself from saying. and some of them are kind of annoying me. First of all, we have low key, which has just become like every time I say it, I get annoyed with myself. But whatever. And then instead of saying what the fuck, I've been saying what the F. And I don't know if anyone has noticed that I've been saying that, but just so different. I don't know where that's come from. Like, I think I've just like, I don't know, I've not even been around children that much, but I've just been enjoying the mouthfeel of what the F. And maybe it's from Gary actually. And then mama. I've still been loving the mama anytime I want to accentuate a point. And that's fine. And then we can look at what makes a great quarter. Something to think about, guys. Something to think about. Have a little reflection at this. So obviously the three tenets of a great quarter are living, laughing, loving. I think that goes without saying. Within that, there's some subcategories. There's obviously achieving goals or whatever. There's getting food with friends. Walking around with a sweet treat and a podcast. Very important. Don't neglect that. Kissing, which has not happened a lot for me. And good work-life balance. And did I already mention getting food with friends? If I have, like, I'll just say it again because it is important. And now on to future goals. So, just want to touch base on these things. I'm going to continue saving for trips that are upcoming and in the future because I really want to do that. I have many travel plans. Will a lot of them happen? Probably not. But let's focus on the ones we can control. And I want to improve my dating. Like, please, I just want to kiss. I feel like I've not really been going to the cinema a lot, so I want to improve on that. I have the option to go to the cinema for very cheap once a week, so why am I not using that to my advantage? To be fair, I feel like movies, like new releases, have been kind of dead for a while, but hopefully that changes soon. There is going to be a new phone acquisition pretty soon. As soon as I get my first paycheck from this new job, I will be buying a new phone. And I plan on working on a crochet project once I get that dollar as well. Because yarn is expensive. That's another thing as well. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this Q1 review. And maybe do your own. I look forward to seeing your presentations. And I'll see you next quarter.